Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave on a 9-day. Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave on a 9-day visit to France, Germany and Canada today. Cooperation in civil nuclear energy, defense and smart city projects to dominate agenda during France tour. Centre relaxes quality norms for wheat procurement for Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan following damage to crops due to unseasonal rain. Jammu and Kashmir government proposal to set up resettlement township for displaced Kashmiri Pandits draws criticism from opposition. BJP welcomes the move. Andhra Pradesh High Court orders police to probe the killing of 20 alleged sandalwood smugglers in Chittoor district. And in sports, in Indian Premier League, defending champions Kolkata Knight Riders beat Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets. And in Sultan Azlan Shah Hockey Tournament, India to play against Canada today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will leave on a 9-day visit to France, Germany and Canada this afternoon. In the first leg of his 3-nation tour, Mr. Modi will reach French capital Paris tonight. Briefing media persons, Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar said, investment, civil nuclear energy, infrastructure, defense, space program and smart city projects will dominate the Prime Minister's agenda during his visit to France. Mr. Modi will hold talks with French President François Hollande tomorrow. The Prime Minister will also have roundtable meeting with chief executive officers on infrastructure and defense separately. Ahead of the Prime Minister's visit, top business leaders from India and France will meet in Paris today. Talking to AIR, Indian Ambassador to France, Arun Singh said the deliberations of the François Hollande tomorrow. The Prime Minister will also have roundtable meeting with chief executive officers on infrastructure and defense separately. Ahead of the Prime Minister's visit, top business leaders from India and France will meet in Paris today. Talking to AIR, Indian Ambassador to France, Arun Singh said the deliberations of the India-France CEO Forum will be presented by the co-chairs jointly to the President of France and India's Prime Minister tomorrow.
One day before the official meeting, there is going to be a meeting of the CEOs Forum. There would be representatives of leading companies in India, their French counterparts, and they will discuss many issues. CEOs from India and France who would be meeting on the 9th will be reporting to both the President of France and Prime Minister of India the results of their discussions and seeking their guidance on how this process of operation can be taken forward.
A report from a correspondent.
The Prime Minister's visit will focus on his pet theme of Make in India. France has already emerged as a major source of FDI for India with about 750 big French companies already operating in the country. It is also 9th largest foreign investor in India with cumulative investments of over 2 billion euros, that is roughly 120 billion rupees. Indian companies like L&T, TCS and TransAsia Biomedical have also made significant investments in France. The issue is how to take it to the next level. This is Ravindranath Mishra reporting from Delhi.
In the second leg of his visit, the Prime Minister will reach the German city of Hanover on Sunday. Mr. Modi will inaugurate world's largest Hanover Trade Fair along with the German Chancellor. More than 100 Indian CEOs are attending the week-long fair where India is the partner country. The two countries will focus on cooperation in clean energy, manufacturing, skill development and cleaning of rivers and railways. On the third and final leg of his visit, the Prime Minister will reach Canadian capital Ottawa on Tuesday evening. About 12 lakh people of Indian origin, the second largest Indian diaspora, live in Canada. The Foreign Secretary said this is the first stand-alone visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Canada in more than 4 decades. During his 3-day visit, the Prime Minister will have one-to-one talks with the Canadian Prime Minister and other senior leaders. Germany has said that the 4-nation military consortium European Aeronautics, Defence and Space EADS is still ready to provide Eurofighter Typhoon aircraft to India, asserting that the jets are good both in terms of quality and price. Talking to reporters in New Delhi yesterday, German Ambassador Michael Steiner said the consortium stands ready with the proposal and the governments of the 4 nations are supporting the proposal. He said Germany will continue to respect the Indian procurement procedures and it is for India to decide what kind of aircraft it wants to procure. The centre has relaxed quality norms for wheat procurement in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan following damage to crops this season. Briefing media New Delhi, Union Food and Consumer Affairs Minister Ramvilas Paswan said the norms have been relaxed on the basis of requests received from them. He said quality norms related to luster-lost grains and shriveled and broken grains have been relaxed in these 3 states where procurement has started. He, however, said that the moisture content level of the grain has been kept at the permissible limit of up to 14%, as beyond this limit the food grains are not fit for human consumption. Mr. Paswan said the government is very sensitive about the loss and damage to the crops due to unseasonal rains. The issue of return of Kashmir Pandits to Kashmir Valley has once again come to haunt the mainstream political parties in the state in the wake of fresh exercise to build composite townships for the members of the displaced community. A fresh proposal to establish composite zones in South Kashmir and Central Kashmir, including Srinagar, in the first phase is at the heart of a fresh standoff between different stakeholders on the issue. Official sources said if the idea attracts the displaced Kashmiri Pandits, the government would then think of having more townships in other districts of the valley. A day after the issue was discussed at the meeting between Home Minister Rajnath Singh and the Chief Minister Mufti Mohammad Saeed at New Delhi on Tuesday, a number of political parties came out vociferously to oppose the move of building clusters for Kashmiri Pandits in the Kashmir Valley. Independent MLA engineer Rashid triggered chain reaction by first staging a protest in the State Assembly yesterday. National Conference MLA and Party General Secretary Ali Muhammad Sagar also expressed his reservations over the creation of composite zones. Congress Party has said that the successive government tried this idea, but displaced Pandits cannot live in such clusters, and this would make them more vulnerable to terror attacks. In a statement, the President Pradesh Congress Committee Ghulam Ahmed Mir has said that the Congress wants the displaced Kashmir Pandits to return to the valley and not huddle them in separate zones. Meanwhile, BJP has attacked separatists for questioning proposal to create separate zones for Kashmiri Pandits. Party Secretary Siddharth Nath Singh told the media in New Delhi that separatists have no say in the matter and they are responsible for the exodus of Pandits from the state. Appreciating the move, he said, whatever needs to be done for Kashmiri Pandits, the centre will consult with the J&K government and take an appropriate decision in their interest. This is All India Radio giving you the news. To receive AIR news updates free through SMS in English, you can register on our website www.newsonair.nic.in. You may also register for different languages by typing AIR space language code on your mobile and sending an SMS to 7738299899. The High Court in Hyderabad has directed the police to probe the killing of 20 alleged red sandalwood smugglers in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh, which sparked protests by opposition parties in the state and neighbouring Tamil Nadu. Responding to a petition filed by AP Civil Liberties Committee member Raghunath yesterday, the court ordered the State Director General of Police, J.V. Ramudu, to submit his report in 2 days. Andhra Pradesh Police said yesterday that they have arrested 14 smugglers and seized 6 vehicles and red sandalwood worth 2.4 lakh rupees from them. The arrests were made a day after the police shot dead the 20 alleged smugglers, many of whom were said to be labourers from Tamil Nadu. Indian Air Force aircraft C-17 brought back 239 Indian nationals evacuated from Yemen early this morning. While 177 people landed at Kochi, 62 arrived in Mumbai. Majority of the people alighted at Kochi were nurses from different districts of Kerala. A report.
Indian Air Force flight C-17 with the evacuated Indian nationals from Yemen reached Kochi International Airport this morning at 3:30. NORCA, the organization of the Kerala government for non-resident Kerala affairs, has arranged a help desk at the airport to facilitate the evacuated people. ₹2,000 each were given to the people reached here today to meet the emergency expenses. The evacuated people reached Kochi, proceeded to their hometowns in the special vehicles arranged by the authorities. M. Smithy, AER News, Kochi.
A Bangladesh court has sentenced Indian separatist outfit Alpha leader Ranjan Chaudhary and his associate Pradhi Marak to life imprisonment. A Kishorganj court gave the verdict in 2 cases filed against them yesterday. The duo were arrested in July 2012 with a number of weapons and ammunition in their possession in Lakshmipur area of Kishorganj, and 2 cases under the Arms and Explosive Substances Act and Anti-Terrorism Act were filed against them. While Ranjan Chaudhary was found guilty on both counts, Pradhi Marak was acquitted in the case under the Arms Act. In the United States, the man accused of bombing the Boston Marathon in 2013 has been found guilty of all 30 charges that he faced, many of which carry the death penalty. The jury in Massachusetts will now decide what sentence 21-year-old Zokhar Sarnev will receive. 3 people were killed and more than 260 injured when the bombs exploded at the finish line in April 2013. Defending champions Kolkata Knight Riders beat Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets in the Indian Premier League opening match at the Eden Gardens last evening. Mumbai Indians scored 168 for 3 in 20 overs, helped by an unbeaten knock of 98 by skipper Rohit Sharma. In reply, Kolkata Knight Riders made 170 for 3 in 18.3 overs. Gautam Gambhir made 57. Today, Chennai Super Kings will clash with Delhi Daredevils in Chennai at 8 p.m. Host Malaysia defeated India 3-2 in the league encounter of the Sultan Azlan Shah Hockey Tournament at Ipoh yesterday. India will today play against Canada. India drew with Korea in the first encounter and lost the second match to New Zealand. Tamil novelist, short story writer and literary critic Jayakanthan died in Chennai yesterday after prolonged illness. He was 81. He won Padma Bhushan, Gyanpith and Sahitya Academy Award for his writing. The government has allowed pharmaceutical companies to hike rates of 509 essential medicines used for treating various ailments like diabetes, hepatitis and cancer by 3.84%. The new prices have come into effect from the 1st of this month. The National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority issued a notification for price hike of drugs in line with the Wholesale Price Index of 2014 under Drug Price Control Order 2013. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mustafa.
Thank you, Abhishek. The story of the quantum of compensation to farmers being raised is covered prominently by all dailies today. Compensation for distressed farmers doubled, headlines The Statesman. The Tribune quotes the Prime Minister as saying, rain-hit farmers to get 50% more compensation. The paper adds that centre eases crop damage criteria for relief from 50% to 33%. The Hindustan Times on its front page carries an exclusive interview with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The paper quotes him as saying, industry will have to come forward to take the benefit of the process we have set in motion. Our job is to run a policy-driven government. Red tape shouldn't be there. Red tape shouldn't be there means it shouldn't be there for Mukesh Ambani, but be there for a common man. That won't do. All the papers today report of Amitabh Bachchan and 48 others getting the Padma Awards from President Pranab Mukherjee. The Pioneer on its front page carries a photograph of President Pranab Mukherjee presenting Padma Vibhushan to Amitabh Bachchan at a function at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi on Wednesday. On Pakistan ferrying 11 Indians whom it evacuated from strife-torn Yemen, the Statesman remarks, Modi thanks Sharif for evacuation. Referring to the National Green Tribunal's order to ban 10-year-old diesel vehicles in Delhi and the National Capital Territory, the Pioneer writes, Delhi outraged by NGT ban on 10-year-old diesel cars, adding that authorities in a fix on how to stop old vehicles from hitting the road. Day after order, 96 old diesel vehicles seized, states the Times of India. Chief Information Commissioner's post vacant for a year. High Court seeks centre's reply, writes the Indian Express. V.K. Singh in a fresh tweet row headlines the Asian Age, adding, Congress demands minister sacking, BJP distances itself. Shiva Sena upset at Shobhade's tweet seeks action, writes The Hindu. Shobhade faces Sena ire after Marathi diktat tweets, states the Asian Age. An ongoing study undertaken by Wildlife Institute of India has revealed that the leopard population has dropped by 70% to 80% in the last 100 years due to poaching, loss of habitat and conflicts with humans, reports the Pioneer. And finally, the Asian Age writes that a new study has warned that anesthetic gases used to carry out smooth surgeries are accumulating in the Earth's atmosphere, where they are contributing to climate changes. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Sarah, for a review of today's newspapers. In some more news, Reserve Bank of India has notified the government's decision to raise foreign direct investment FDI limit in the insurance sector to 49%. In a notification issued in Mumbai yesterday, the RBI said the extent FDI policy for insurance sector has since been reviewed and further liberalized. And now, before we wrap up, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave on a 9-day visit to France, Germany and Canada today. Cooperation in civil nuclear energy, defence and smart city projects to dominate agenda during France tour. Centre relaxes quality norms for wheat procurement for Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan following damage to the crops due to unseasonal rain. Jammu and Kashmir government proposal to set up resettlement townships for displaced Kashmiri Pandits draws criticism from opposition. BJP welcomes the move. Andhra Pradesh High Court orders police to probe the killing of 20 alleged sandalwood smugglers in Chittoor district. And in sports, in Indian Premier League, defending champions Kolkata Knight Riders beat Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets. And in the Sultan Azlan Shah Hockey Tournament, India to play against Canada today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.